for the soul. Another live 2 days in a row. Well, I wanted to go 3 days in a row. I had another deck that I wanted to just do a live like flip through of, but it didn't happen. But I finally got a Kickstarter. My husband backed this Kickstarter from La Panthier Studios. I have a bunch of their other tarot and oracle decks, and this one is the New England deck, and it came last night after I had already gone live, so I was like, no. So I am going to unbox it right now. It's so funny. Thank you. I see one like and one person in. Oh, and then it was like, no, there was nobody in here, but thank you for liking. All right, so nothing, like just paper. Okay, that's right. So this is The Lantern, a New England folk oracle, one by Land, by Laura Tempest Zakroff, which I have one of her other decks too. And then it came with, ooh, One If by Land, The Lantern, a New England folk oracle. So we get this coin, and then on the back we have the lantern, and it comes with this protective case. It wasn't in the case, but I'll put it in. Look how cool that is. Nice collector's item. And then we get the lantern. It looks like a tarot cloth. This is so exciting. I was gonna do Halloween in July. This is like Christmas in July. You'll see it. So yeah, it's got a snake, a bell, the land and corn, and then a place for the bell, the snake, the land, and the corn. Vidya, hi, and Aseo Justo, hello, welcome. Please don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button for me. All right, and then, ooh, we get a bookmark. All right, bye, have a good day. And then it looks like, ooh. So I don't know if the coin was supposed to come in this, but this bag was like open, so I'm gonna assume that's where the coin. So we get 3 stickers. We get a lobster, a cat, and a broom. So the lantern, a New England folk oracle, artwork by Laura Tempest Zakroff, Kickstarter backer 2026. So, oh, yeah, La Befana, exactly. So we have that, and then it looks like there's another. So yeah, the thing, it says we get the oracle stickers, a reading cloth, collectible coin, and yeah. So let's see what this one's the by C. I take it. So yeah, my wonderful husband, he backed this Kickstarter for me for my birthday. Plus we went to see Queen Herbie, which was amazing. So thank you, hubby. June was a really fun month, even though I got this in July. June and July. Okay, so the by C, we have a pearl, a shell, an anchor, and a fishtail. So there's the shell. The shell, the pearl, the anchor, and the fishtail. So cool. now to open up the deck. I'm so excited. I've been waiting forever for this. Happy Friday, y'all. Okay, so the box is very, Friday is your favorite word, Crystal. This box is in that petal finish. So it's very soft. It's like I want to keep petting it. And then there's like nice details, like look at the inside of the box. Hi, how are you? Welcome, welcome. You made a live. So very cool. All right, so here's the book. Marzipan, Moonlight. I'm so sorry. Like, I am totally, like, my brain isn't working on your name. I know it's something, like, it's something cool. I'm so sorry. I'm Crystal. Yes, Friday, a free day, no work. Woohoo! It's actually a day that I work, but, yeah. I figured I'd go live before I go to work. Oh, thank you, Crystal. Yeah, if you watched my live yesterday, I had my Lisa Frank nails, my Lisa Frank earrings, and my Lisa Frank like dress on. All right, so this is Lantern, a New England Oracle, written and illustrated by Laura Tempest Zakroff, designed by Stacey Williams, and then I always say it wrong, NG. Copyright 2026, La Panthier Studios, LLC. Introduction, the artist and author in New England, working with the Oracle, reading with reversals, spreads, the cards listed alphabetically, acknowledgements, resources, and the quest continues. Well, cool, Crystal. Well, thanks for being here today. All right, have a good day, have fun, enjoy your Friday off. All right, so it says New England is solidly steeped in history and folklore. Myth, mystery, and magic intermingle, overlapping culture like the layers of a hearty lasagna or stirred together like a giant bowl of chowder. Each generation adds another layer of stories, shifting the landscape and adding new perspectives and flavors. So, anyone new to my channel, y'all don't know, but I'm originally from New England, so I had to have this deck. And the other decks by La Panthier Studios are usually, they're Southern, which is cool. So then it says working with the Oracle. So we have the deck is separated into 7 categories: archetypes, artifacts, cryptids and spirits, farm and market, fauna, flora, and places. And so then it describes what JF Dizzy, hello. Ooh, you got Marzipan, Moonlight, you got a Kickstarter too. Oh, that's so fun. A tarot deck, altar cloth, and some extras. Which Kickstarter did you back? Which deck did you get? I'm like, I wanna see. And so then it explains each category, and then we have about keywords. So I guess there's keywords on the deck. Marissa, thank you. I am so sorry. I knew something so cool. I love that name, Marissa. My brain fog has been really, really bad. But good news, I got my ultrasound results back on my thyroid, and I don't need a biopsy, so hallelujah. I was supposed to get a biopsy 10 years ago, and I went to a different endocrinologist here, and she was like, oh no, you don't need a biopsy, so yay. But I'm still like having a flare up, so my brain fog has been pretty bad, so I apologize. The other day, my boss, we were unpacking new stuff that we were getting into the store, and she asked me a question, and I heard the words, and I knew she was asking a question, and it wasn't computing. Like, I was like, huh? It's pretty scary, actually. I laugh, but it's scary. Okay. So we have a few different spreads in here. We have a 2-card spread for this or that questions, then me. 2-card crosses are good for exploring nuance. This issue, what else I should consider. 4-card layouts help to see a fuller picture. So we have what's already happened, what's going to happen, possible future outcomes, and overall theme or advice. And then we have design your own. So that's cool, a 3-card spread. And then we go into the cards. So we have, it's going to be in alphabetical order. So it says apples, category, farm and market. And then we have keywords, health, insight, and preservation. We have history and lore, message, and then reversed. So that's quite a bit of information. And so you get a full picture, full size picture. Yeah, I'm so excited. It seems really, really great that it has the history and lore of the different like items from New England, which is so cool. Because if y'all know, like, I get really, really homesick between June and the end of October. Like, I want to be in New England, especially in Massachusetts. Like, Salem is so wonderful. All right, so it came in this, I like this. It's not in plastic. I hate when it's wrapped in plastic. Ugh, so not fun. So, okay, I'm glad that the cards are not soft pedal. Ukrainian Knights, I'm excited to see that. I haven't heard of that deck. So it looks semi-glossy. I like how the lighting, the shading is done. Very beautiful. It's a thick kind of cardboard, and it's interesting because the front of the card, like, I see some reflection, but it's really not glossy. Like, it feels like it's more of like a matte card. So it's interesting. I'm not sure what they would consider this finish. Oh, Marissa, oh, I wish I was feeling better, but I just watched this girl talk about how she put her Hashimoto's into remission with aloe vera juice, raspberry leaf tea, selenium, and there was like something else. So I went out and I got aloe vera juice, and I still have to order raspberry leaf tea and something else. At first, carrots, thank you. My husband knew. She said she ate a lot of carrots. So I'm gonna try that because I feel like I've been in remission for a while, and then this last flare up has lasted a long time, and it's been pretty rough. So yeah, Marissa, I'm sorry. I hate it. Like, the brain fog is like not fun. It makes me feel like I'm gonna get dementia or something when I'm older. All right, so we have, so it's cool. On the top of the card, it says what theme it is. So, like, it's color coded. So the archetypes are pink. So we have the artist, creativity, inspiration, and multitasking. So I love the artist studio. Then we get the immigrant, contribution, vitality, and endurance. It's interesting. We have all these different breads and pastries. Oh, things I can't eat. Oh yeah, and of course, the thing that's really helpful when you have thyroid issues is to stay away from gluten and dairy. So I'm as gluten-free as I can be, and dairy-free too. To help you, Marissa. All right, then we have the leader, community protection and support. The preacher, isolation, restriction, and single-minded. The well-to-do, pageantry, wealth, and indulgence. The witch, wisdom, overcoming adversity, and power. And then we have the writer, storytelling, perseverance, and brainstorm. So that's it for the archetype. And then we go into the artifacts. We have cleansing, maintenance, and order. And these are in blue. Kettle and warning. We have the lantern, guidance, illumination, and communication. Oh yeah, definitely vegetables, and like you said, refined food and sugar is like a big no-no. Yeah, definitely. And sadly, like, ugh, alcohol and coffee are like frowned upon too, and I kind of like both. All right, then we have meeting house spell, schedule, commitment, and call to action. Needlepoint sampler, dedication, skill building, and details. I know a creative studio space is wonderful, right? This is hilarious. So New Englanders are known to be really, really rough around the edges, very blunt. They say it like it is, very direct. There's no like niceties. Um, and like there's no fakeness, right? Um, like if you need help, you will get helped because the people are kind, but they're going to insult you while they help you. So, like that's the stereotype of New England. Now I'm from northern New England, and the people in northern New England are, I would say, more like Midwesterners, where maybe not as rough around the edges. I would say northern New Englanders are just very private people and like keep to themselves and like mind their own business. Um, oh, okay, you're getting dinner ready. Cool, Marissa. Yeah, your like time difference is crazy different. Um, so yeah, so northern New England is a little bit different. Usually that like really rough personality is more for like Massachusetts, Connecticut, Rhode Island, um, and maybe like southern Maine. But then like the rest of the states, Vermont, New Hampshire, and definitely northern Maine, it's like people are just very, very like private. People like to live, on large acres of lands in the middle of nowhere with like nothing around, nobody around, away from town, and like just keep, their religion, their politics, their beliefs to themselves, which is refreshing, and I miss that. So anyway, this card it shows that it has the alphabet, and then it says not nice but kind. So yeah, and that's what I really miss about New England is people like minding their business, and like people gossip. Don't get it wrong, they gossip. They love to gossip in New England. Hey Elizabeth, they love to gossip, but it's just different. It's just a different culture than in the Southwest or the South. So Not nice, but kind. Then we have Skeleton Key, Secrecy, Inner Sanctum, and Mystery. And then we have Watch, Precision, Status, and Time Sensitive. Ooh, this is the suit I'm really excited about. This is Cryptids and Spirits. We have Bigfoot, Reclusive, Liminal, and Guardian. I'm so excited you can make it, Elizabeth. I hope you're liking the Psychic Tarot as much as I love it. But if you don't understand, it took me some time getting used to it. And as you know, now it's like my favorite deck. But and I'm loving the Queen. I am Queen Oracle. It's so good. Then we have Champ from Lake Champlain. Subconscious, Subliminal, and Possibilities. I have never seen Champ or Bigfoot in New England, honestly. The Night Watchman. I've never heard of this one either. Obsession, Dedication, and Anxiety. I'm gonna have to look this up. I don't know this myth. Then we have Pukwudgie. I don't know this one either. Trickster, Curiosity, and Danger. I have not heard of this one. Then we have the Spectre Moose, Warning, Wild, and Uncommon Blessing. Again, I don't know this tale. I have seen live moose, but not the Spectre Moose. And then we have Vampire, because of course there were tales of vampires in the early settlement. So I have a book about like the myth of one of the vampires. Oh, and then I want to show these are gilded, which are very, very nice. All right, and next is Farm and Market, and this is kind of like a pale yellow. We have Apples, Health, Insight, and Preservation. I love apple picking in the fall. So fun. Berries, so berry picking in the summer is nice. Safety, kindness, and sharing. I love like you just walk down to the river and there's berries all along the way and you just pick off berries and eat as as you're walking to go to the river to go swimming. Coffee milk. So fun fact, my mother doesn't like coffee, but in the summertime she makes coffee milk, and coffee milk and iced tea is about all she drinks, and that's what I grew up drinking. Coffee and iced tea all summer long. Water wasn't really like, it's not like the way it is today. So coffee milk, we have distillation, ingenuity, and quirkiness. And like, if y'all don't know, if you haven't seen those SNL skits, like New Englanders, we will be drinking iced coffee even in the middle of January and February when it's freezing outside and snowing. We love our iced coffee. We drink iced coffee. It's not just a summer thing, but that's mainly when my mom made it. So yeah, we drink coffee milk or iced coffee all the time. And it's mainly milk, tons of sugar, and like a teeny tiny bit of coffee. And we're not talking like it's concentrate. No, it's just regular coffee. Indulgence, joy, and opportunity, because of course Dunkin' Donuts is, I think it's from Boston. I think Dunkin' Donuts started in Boston, if I'm not wrong. And then my favorite, and Nikolai's favorite, my husband's favorite, he's like just like my grandfather. He's a good New England boy, even though he's from Cali. Maple syrup. My grandfather and Nikolai love to put maple syrup on everything. My grandfather liked apple pie, vanilla ice cream, like a gherkin pickle. I don't remember if I think it's dill. I think it has to be dill. And then maple syrup. So maple syrup, we have patience, effort, and sweet rewards. My favorite is sugar and snow, where you boil down the maple syrup and then you go outside, you collect fresh fallen snow, and then you drizzle the hot maple syrup that's been cooked down onto the snow, and then it makes it into like it hardens into like looks like a gooey like lollipop, and then you take your fork and you roll it, and then again you eat that with an apple cider donut and a sweet pickle, like a little sweet pickle or a dill pickle. New England traditions, gotta love it, with the fall leaves in the background. Except maple syrup doesn't come out in the fall, it's produced in the spring. So you have to have warm days, and it has to get down to freezing at night and then warm days. That is how the sap flows. So it's in the spring and then it gets boiled down. Very, very early spring. And of course, since climate change, maple syrup production has gone way down in Vermont. And I'm sure Canada too. But yeah, I love maple syrup. And then we have the Three Sisters with cooperation, mutual benefit, and abundance. So it looks like it's like tomatoes, corn, and squash. I think are the Three Sisters. The Three Sisters is like a thing out here in the Southwest too. Anyway, okay. Then we have fauna. This looks like the biggest zoo. We have cardinal, devotion, courage, and romance. Crow, gift, cunning, and message. Fireflies, wonder, illusion, and distraction. Frog, discretion, folly, and adaptability. Garter snake, surprise, hidden message, and respite. Then we have Maine Coon cat, confidence, independence, and loyalty. Then we have Morgan horse, steadfast, dependable, and travel. Then we have rat, crafty, resilient, and survival. Turkey, formidable, caution, and foolhardy. See lots of wild turkey in New England. Woodpecker, opportunity, diligence, and attention. Then we go to flora. We have hemlock spruce, spiritual connection, transformation, and strength. Mountain laurel, ambition, victory, and determination. I hope there's a lady slipper in here. New England aster, gratitude, hope, and fairness. I say that, and the next card is pink lady slipper orchid. This was my grandmother's favorite flower, and it's very rare, and it's a protected flower, and it's in swampy lands, because surprisingly enough, there's swampland in New England. So we have pink lady slipper, rarity, enchantment, and longevity. So yeah, you cannot pick this flower, but they are beautiful. Winter green, prosperity, healing, and protection. And then we have covered bridges, which there's a ton of. Vermont is known for their covered bridges. The Windsor Bridge that connects Windsor, Vermont to New Hampshire is like, I think it's one of the longest wooden bridges in the country. So we have nostalgia, caution, and gateway. And if you go to my original channel, Sarah's Prismatic Musings, I think I have a clip of us driving through the Windsor covered bridge the last time my husband and I went to visit my parents. All right, and then we have places. We have fountain, fortune, connection, and chance. We have graveyard, memory, ancestors, and gratitude. And then I do have a video of a graveyard too. I don't know if it's this channel or Sarah's Prismatic Musings. Then we have Spite House, resolve, persistent, and consequences. And then we have Stuck Up Bridge, suspension, decay, and stubborn. Then we have Victorian Mansion, grandeur, investment, and haunted. And then where it used to be, evolution, transformation, and change. So let's give these cards a shuffle. So I can't wait for the second deck to come. I think it's supposed to be released in the fall. And that one's by sea, so this one's the by land. That's why the backs are green. And it has, you know, land stuff in this, so then the sea will be, you know, mermaids and pirates and stuff like that. So I'm excited for that one. All right, so the card I pulled was Turkey, formidable, caution, and foolhardy. So let me read the book on the turkey. So my cousins are farmers. They got the family land that had been in my family for since before Vermont became a state, and my cousin has a turkey and goats and chicken and horses. Anyway, the turkey, they let the turkey go in their house. And the turkey, he's just crazy. He just walks in the house like it's his, and it's sad because I know they're gonna eat that turkey. I'm sure they've already eaten the turkey because this was like years and years ago, but when they had this turkey, and this turkey was huge. And he was like one of the family. He was like one of the kids, and it's like, oh, they're gonna eat that turkey. But yeah. Let's see. Okay, so it says it's listed alphabetically, but I think it's listed alphabetically by, it's color coded, so you can see on the book the color coding here. So it's by suit. So you have to find if it's fauna, flora, places, and then it's alphabetical. So it says history and lore. In the late 1800s, the wild turkey was on the verge of extinction in the United States. Thankfully, the Federal Wildlife Restoration Program began efforts to repopulate the wild turkey in 1940. It took multiple attempts in several New England states, but today the turkey population is rather steady and making its presence known. Not only are these birds quite large and tend to congregate in groups, turkeys have excellent eyesight and hearing. So not only will you notice them, but they will also notice you. And while wild turkeys can fly quite well, they prefer to walk and be a dominant part of the neighborhood. Yes, they do. Nikolai and I, when we went to visit the last time, there was like a whole like family, like a whole herd of turkeys just in the middle of the street, like no concern. They didn't care. They're just walking down the middle of the road. One particular turkey in Middleton, Rhode Island, has been making quite a reputation for himself. His name is Gravy, and he's been interfering with local traffic patterns. They will do that. To the point of where he was hit by a car and survived. Oh, I'm so happy that Gravy survived. I would have cried if I had killed Gravy. There's now an awareness website called Gravy for Mayor. I love that. Gravy also has his own Instagram at Gravy the Turkey. I'm gonna have to follow Gravy the Turkey. So message: a force to be reckoned with, ready for a comeback. Be persistent and ambitious in your pursuits. Reverse: be wary of unnecessary aggression. Stubbornness will limit your opportunity. Be ambitious with your pursuits. All right, so that is your message for Friday. Go do something ambitious. So thank you to Marissa and Elizabeth, and let's see, JF Dizzy, Crystal Owens, Vidya, and Justo. Thank you for hanging out. And of course, to my husband, thank you for being a moderator. You're awesome. I appreciate you all so much. Thank you for hanging out with me on this Friday morning. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend, and who knows, I might be on live again soon. Because there was another deck that I got and I was like super excited, and I wanted to do kind of like this Halloween in July thing, but yeah, I let my negative self-talk and beliefs and thoughts get in my way of going live one day when I should have. So I kind of like run out of time, but I wanted to definitely come on and do this live before I go to work, because I just, like I said, got this package last night after I went live, and I was like, no, if it had just come a little bit earlier. So here I am, but thank you all for hanging out with me, and have fun, keep on shuffling, and I'll see you all next time. Bye, y'all.